1 second. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the muted part there, guys. Hi. It's really good to see all of y'all. I thought I'd just come on for a quick couple minutes, and I was gonna let you guys know a little bit about the upcoming live that's coming on a Sunday. Um, so if you guys want to just chit chat with me, or you want me to pull some cards, on Sunday at 7:30 in the morning, I am figuring out that I would love to hang out with all y'all and see how your mornings are going, and just get a good start to the end of the month. And then thank everybody who has served or who has died, um, fighting and serving for countries, our country specifically, since we actually do more about that here. Um, but I also wanted to just like reminisce about how like we are so blessed. We really are. We're just super duper blessed to just be alive, to be breathing, to have certain things set in place for us to be able to be free, um, and help with that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. I love the ability to have freedom of speech. That's something I could not live without. Um, I love the ability to be able to fight for things that we care about and to be able to speak up when others can't speak for themselves. So it's a really cool thing to think about. Um, but yeah, so hi. Um, if you guys are new to Haps, or because I have YouTube and Facebook going here, not just beautiful Haps family. If you guys have not seen Haps before or don't know anything about it and you're new to my page, Haps is this really cool app that you can help stream to multiple different areas. There's also people here who do that work for you. You can just watch them and enjoy them. So if you want to continue watching that kind of stuff, you can just go to haps.tv on Google, find them there, or you can download the app. And if you subscribe to me, if you like what we're doing here, you can get notified whenever I come on live. And you can also support my endeavors on Haps through the award system that they have, which is a pretty cool system. They do things in coins. And you get awarded for certain things too while you're learning all that stuff too. So that's kind of cool. Um, if you don't have Haps and you're not interested in joining Haps anytime soon, um, there's other ways for you to donate to me, as well. If you're interested in donating, or you feel like this message is really awe-inspiring and that's something that you want to do, I do have my PayPal information added onto all of the pages that I run, so you guys are welcome to use those things as well. I did go ahead and pull a page out of the little noggin over here, and I was like, I really want to know what the higher perspective is today of all the days. Oh, Carlene, hi! Welcome! It's so good to see you, you beautiful lady. You are just so blessed. Thank you for being here, gorgeous. I appreciate you. But yeah, so I pulled some cards today. I thought it would be so awesome just to just get a bigger perspective of what source, God, spirit to some people, the great spirit, um what they had in store for us today, because honestly this day just feels like it's been really trying for some people. I don't know if there's been a level of change that's been too much for y'all, or I can relate technically. Like it seems like today of all days, it's been just enjoying every moment I can with my kids and with my husband, and I've just been like just enjoying our time. I don't know why I feel like it has to be that significant, these last couple of days have been that way very much so. I feel like I've been really, really slow. Um, and, like, I'm just having to enjoy every moment, smelling every rose, um, and sniffing that coffee every once in a while because boy, do I feel tired. Um, oh, love you too, sweetheart. Um, but yeah, so it's just been one of those kind of weeks where I'm contemplating, and I also want to see what God has like a message for us. And I just felt led to use these cards today. The Archangel Oracle cards that I love to pull out on you guys every once in a while. So Diane Cooper is this beautiful soul who wrote these cards, and they're really beautiful. And I'm gonna share two of them that got pulled out earlier, and I think they would resonate with a lot of people. So this is Archangel Lavender, and it says, "Prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone." So if you're like feeling, oh yeah, I heard about those. I honestly just think it's something that I don't understand. I really don't know. I can't really put to words what it would be, but I do feel like I might need a little boost in my metabolism. I've gotten some healthy organic stuff coming in. So that's really awesome that you saw that. Thank you. Thank you, Carlene. Thank you. I love that. Um but going back to the card, I'm going to say that what they're trying to let you guys know and let me know is it's okay for you to let go of things. It's okay for your soul to actually gain that healing. Um, Forgiving and releasing everybody else's traumas and dramas and realizing they don't apply to you. Um, Allow yourself to forgive them for believing that you were the problem when really it's really them. Or forgive yourself for feeling like you may have caused something, but you were just being honest. You're allowed to have an opinion. You guys are allowed to express yourselves, and sometimes people just aren't going to like it, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to feel like you can't lie to yourself anymore. Um Remember that you are beautiful and whole and complete, and you weren't a mistake. You were the exact thing that they needed at that time. And even if you're going through a broken relationship, just know that you're not like doing anything wrong. Like, you leaving that relationship or them leaving you in that relationship probably was the best damn thing either of you could have done. Um and once you two figure out that you aren't the problem, then it makes it a lot easier for you to forgive and heal and to release and let go. Um, I don't know why it brought up relationships, but I do feel like a lot of people are dealing with that right now. They are dealing with that kind of cutting of the cord and getting through all the riffraff and the cobwebs and just realizing that you're not something that just has to sit there and take it. You were given this beautiful life to do something amazing. Don't let little stupid stuff like that hold you back from your purpose. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you actually taking the reins back in your life. It's okay. Like, that's a really good thing for you to do. It's a good perspective. Um the next card that fell out, and it's the last card that they gave me before I came on here. It's the Archangel of Hope right here. And it says, "Look for a cosmic gift. Remember, you deserve it. And I think that's really profound. Like, a lot of people don't realize that they do deserve the best. They are a king and queen in their own right. They are divine blessings. And blessings come in many forms for people. And I think that if you're looking for something like a God sign, then that is something that you need to start being prepared for. Prepare the way for it. Tell yourself, give yourself good affirmations that this is coming true. This is coming into fruition. Your prayers are being answered. They're being illuminated. Like you aren't not okay, so you're not worthy. Okay? You are worthy. I know that's really confusing. But you are worthy. You are worthy of anything that you want. You are worthy of anything you need. And to think that you think that the universe doesn't got your back is stupid because it does. The only thing that's holding you back is yourself because you feel like you're not worthy for it or that you can't possibly be able to get that. And damn it, man, you are worth it. You deserve it. And that is something that some of us just need to hear. You are worth being loved and appreciated. You are worth the sacrifices that you've chosen to do. You are worth all of the universe. Like, the universe is literally beckoning its arms to you. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I know it's like the most randomest thing, but like, don't let time go by without realizing that the choices you made up to this point could have been trauma based. They could have been a childhood scenario that your inner child just literally would not let go. And if that is something that's going on in your life, forgive yourself. Realize that you weren't the problem. They had their own shit they were dealing with. And that is okay. And the choices they made, they're not your choices. And you don't have to run the same roads that your parents did. You don't. Because you are whole and complete. Realize that you are whole and complete. Repeat that for yourself. You are whole and complete. You were never broken. Any of the things that circumstantially happened to you, none of that affects what you truly know about yourself. What's the truth about yourself? My mom used to do this crazy game with us when we were kids, and she'd say, "What's the truth?" And we would repeat these Bible verses that spoke to us. And one that really stuck to me as a kid, and I don't remember where it is in the Bible, but it still sticks to me to this day, and I love the analogy about it. It's like the work of your hands are blessed. The work of your hands are blessed. And so from my perspective and from my experiences that I've done from my cause and effect of my choices, I've seen it. Whenever I put my hands to, I know it's blessed. Because I know that I am a divine being. I know that I am God's child. I know that I am a queen. I know that even though my husband doesn't believe that about himself, I can speak that over him. I know that my kids are struggling trying to figure out what really means for them. And if you can't hear them, that's them banging on the door. Hey, I love you. Yep, it was. But yeah. So basically, remember that for yourselves. Remember how amazing you are. And everything you were as a kid, you're still the same way today. You were perfect when you were a kid and you're still perfect now. Sure, we have a lot of lessons we've learned along the way, but it doesn't make you less significant. And if somebody told you that when you were younger, they need to reflect on their own crap and heal themselves and like to forgive and release whatever trauma or drama that is holding them back from being in the greatness of themselves, the greatness of God, the greatness of their holy existence. So just like recognize that you guys are amazing. Like if you weren't here, who else would do it? Who else would be able to do the things you could do? Who else would be able to love somebody unconditionally? Because the only way God will be able to do that is if it came through you. Think about it. Like, how are you supposed to show somebody love if literally the only one that could love that other person wasn't you? That's something really deep. Like, if you weren't here, how would that other person know what love is? How could they see an example of love? Even though it's like something super, super small. But if they saw you smiling, they'd be wondering, why the heck is she smiling? Or why is he smiling? Or why are they smiling? What's so amazing that I can't be a part of that? And I think later down the line, if that's your calling of choice, if that is something that you have been laid on your heart like since you were a kid, that if you could choose one thing that you could remember as a kid, what would it be? And the thing that it would be on my perspective and on my side of things, I my example would be I just wanted to love people. I just wanted people to know how amazing they were, regardless of the situation at hand. I wanted them to know I was their friend. I wanted them to know that they were loved and protected as me being their friend. I wanted to know that I was their family if they didn't have a family. I will be that person. I will be that person for them. Regardless if we get along, regardless if they knew me, regardless if I just met them for 5 minutes. I want them to know that they have somebody regardless. I don't want them to feel like they don't have somebody in their corner. I want to be their fucking cheerleader. I want to be their defender. I want y'all to realize that I would do the same for you. I would be your biggest cheerleader. I would be that big sister for you. I would spiritually whip some ass for you. I would help you in anything that you had set your mind to. I would literally do my darndest to make sure that you know how much you are loved, regardless. It's very emotional for me because I feel like nobody gets to say that out loud to anybody, especially nowadays. It's like, oh, if that person has hurt me, then, poo on them and they don't get my love anymore. Like, I understand there's circumstances that are beyond measure and sometimes you have to let them do their own thing. But at the end of the day, just knowing that you actually gave two fucks about that person, regardless if they hate you, regardless if they treated you like shit, just acknowledging the fact that you did give a fuck about them. That's huge. that means you actually have a big heart. That actually means you are worthy of a exuberant amount of love. And just because people make your heart feel like you don't need to give it out anymore, doesn't mean that you're not that caring person. You've always been that caring person, and whatever lashed out reasons why these people have done this to you, it doesn't mean that in their own weird twisted way that they didn't care. And I know that sounds really far left and far right and all over the place, but I want you to know that deep down, because I've noticed this when I have done some mediumship. I noticed that the people that come through, all they want to do is let these people know that they loved them and they were sorry they couldn't show it. And it's just so hard to see them on the other side feel this small when it comes to actually giving out the answers to the questions that their loved ones they left behind here. Because they're just so happy that they are willing to hear them and willing to listen. I'm sorry, I did not mean to go all the way into this emotional moment here, but I want you guys to know this. People that have died in your life or in your family, they have your back. They've always had your back. Even though it doesn't look like it from the perspectives that you remember, they have your back. I have grandparents that I don't even know in the spirit world, and they love me. They love me more than my actual family here sometimes, and it's so weird. It's so weird because I don't even know them like that. But spiritually I do. I have relatives that I won't even get to know about their history because half my history was burned away. At least on the planet. Like on this planet Earth, like so much history has been destroyed. We don't even know half the shit we're supposed to know. And it's so crazy to me that if we just amped up that level of consciousness just a little, guys. I'm not saying too much. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's the craziest thing in the world, but and I know a lot of my friends that I've become friends with here, I know that they all see it. They all see this level of love that is possible. It really is. It's really possible. Oh, I'm not sad, beautiful. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm not trying to cry the whole time. It's just I'm really passionate about realizing that people need to hear this. I'm really sorry for anybody who's rewatching this. Like, I am not trying to be emotional. I really am not. And I'm not doing this crying thing to get you guys to stay on longer or anything. I feel so passionate about this that I didn't realize how passionate it was until I turned on the camera. I didn't realize this was so much on my heart. And it's so crazy. It really is. I didn't even think this was something I was really like holding in for so long. God, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. I really am. I'm really sorry. I've had like a couple people that I had to bring in to help their other family member like feel comfortable with how things went down. And I sat there for a little bit and I was just I let them talk through me basically, letting this other person know that they are loved and that they were grateful. And what really just like hits home is that a lot of us don't get that chance. because some of us don't even know when our parents die, or if our grandparents pass away because of the conflicts between our families, or like people just choosing not to set down their pride or their ego, and just realizing they might have been wrong. And when I was doing it with this person, I could tell there was a lot left unsaid. And I I was looking back at this person that was talking through them, and I was just like, why is it so hard? Why is this so hard for you? And they were basically letting me know, even though they're really happy on the other side, they can see the pain that this person has been holding on for so long because they thought this was their fault if they didn't do enough. And literally, just small acts of love and small acts of kindness go a long way. Even though it may not turn out the way you expected it to, or if it didn't fit the bill for that person's path, because we all have free will. We all have the ability to choose our own destinies and our own choices. And I think that's something that people should remember. Like, we aren't set in stone. Yes, I did help them, Fraser, I did, and I'm so glad I was able to. I really am. I was so glad that I could give this person comfort, because they literally felt like they literally were the scum of the earth for not doing as more than they could. It was ridiculous. I'm just like, don't you realize that, like, this person that's coming through, they are so grateful. They were grateful for the sacrifices this person decided to choose to do. I love you guys so much. I love you guys immensely, and I'm sorry this has to be a crying video. I was really trying not to. Um, but I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys. Fraser, you were just so sweet. You're making me want to cry some more. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love you guys, and I want you to know that you are loved. And so I can stop crying, and I'm just gonna end the video here, I think. But I want to let you know that after this video, I'm still gonna be smiling, and I'm not gonna let this bog down my day, but I am gonna let you know that that's something that I truly want you guys to know, that you guys are loved. It may not be the perspective that you wish or that you would love to have, but you are loved unconditionally. Spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever level that you need for yourself, you are. You are loved, and you are whole and complete. And whatever choices you made the right call for the time that you needed to do it. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Fraser, and Charlene or Carlene. Yeah, Carlene was on here. Um, and Helga and the other 10 people who decided to join. I really appreciate you guys. And you guys are really just amazing people. Sarah, thank you for coming on Facebook. I know that Facebook doesn't show up on here very often, but I do appreciate you guys. And never think of yourself insignificant. Any choices you do make, at the time that you do make them, you have the ability to change. And don't let anybody else tell you any differently. You guys are amazing. God bless you. Namaste. Let no harm come to anybody who watches this video or replays it. I want you guys to know that you are blessed. Exuberantly blessed. Never forget.